What's up, everybody?
Hey, today, how you doing anyway?
This is episode 3. I know it's been a long wait, but y'all know what we prepare. Y'all know what we preparing for, so don't get on our head. This is us, Romeo His Sunshine, featuring DOG
Yes,
because he just won't get off of the couch.
yes. Say hi, DOG.
Anyway, this is supposed to be one of those. We're gonna answer all the questions that people sent in. We got a nice number amount.
Yeah.
So we're going to start it off with, there was a funny question I wanted to start off. Daff.
Girl, that's Daft from Insta. Follow him on Instagram.
Yes. He asked, and this is, damn, I can't talk tonight.
Hilarious.
Hilarious. I'm just shut up. Who was the first one to fart in front of the other? I think we can all answer that question. DOG. Oh my goodness. He doing too much.
Okay, DOG, you gotta take a break, okay? I'm sorry. You go.
Now go. No, get off the couch. Get off the couch. Thank you. Okay.
Who farted in front
Who
of
farted in front of who first?
Hey.
Definitely was Asia. I know a
Hey.
lot of y'all don't know this, but Asia is a farting machine.
Not a machine.
She's a machine.
I don't hold back.
Asia is a farting machine. I mean the loud ones though. Only thing I could say, hold on. Only thing I could say is her farts do not stink.
They don't. I know a lot of girls be exaggerating like, oh, my farts don't stink. Mine really don't stink,
But
okay?
she definitely
Period.
farts a lot.
He didn't ask how much.
Oh yeah, he did know.
I was just the first one.
All right, let's move on. All right, same question. Same person. How many times did you think this wasn't going to work? This is not going to work. That's a great question because people see us and think that it's all gravy. But in actuality,
It ain't.
it
Plain and simple.
it ain't. And there's been multiple times that we've been like, you know what? I can't do this. We've broken up before.
We broken up maybe 2 times?
We broke up like twice.
2 times.
They were short stints, but we broke up. A lot of people.
He couldn't stay away. That's all that means.
A lot of people don't know that, but we actually did. We broke up a couple times, but God is good, man. All right, let's answer this one from Goofy. I'm not gonna say that middle. Bree, how does it feel to be young and engaged? So, I don't. DOG, get out that room. Thank you, sir. I don't mind being young and engaged. It is some pressure to it, only because you still figuring out a lot of stuff.
And you young.
And now you're about to take on another life. Because that means now I'm responsible for her.
We get a lot of lip from both sides of the generations, the older generation and the younger generation, because a lot of the older generation be like, oh, y'all too young and all that kind
But
of
they was
stuff.
getting married when they were 13. But we're not going to say nothing.
Yeah, and then the younger generation, they like, oh, you don't want to live your life and all that kind of stuff.
And I be trying to tell people, we going to live our life. We just going to live it engaged.
Together.
That's like, I don't know. People make it seem like it's the end of the world. Like, I understand, yes, we're going to go through hard trials. We've already been through some. We're going to go through a lot more, especially on a different level.
I feel like,
But
why
it's
go through it by yourself?
Exactly.
Why should you have
Weirdos.
to go through it by yourself? Because you don't want to stay committed to one person.
Cayetana has a question. Said, what was it about the other that made you say, yup, that's the one? I think with Asia, for me, it was more so, I could tell Asia really loved me, okay? Shorty was loving me. So I think for me to experience that,
I should have took my hat off.
for me to experience that, it made it worthwhile. It made it like, this person really, because you can, I feel a lot of things. I'm trying not to ramble. I feel a lot of things, and I feel like I felt a genuine love for Asia that made me want to give it back. So, that was it for me.
It's vice versa with me, even though he did ramble a little bit.
Sorry.
It's okay. But yeah, because in the beginning, I wasn't like, all into all that relationship stuff. But after seeing the love that he had for me, it kind of, after seeing the love that he had for me, it kind of made me want to give it back. Well, it did make me want to give it back like 100% and only to him. So,
All right.
Yeah.
Next question. From my boy Slim. What's up?
Eric
I said what's up with your boy.
26.
I said what's up with your.
These Instagrams.
You right, Eric Lloyd 26. How do you come to a medium when you both disagree on something? This is a very good question, Slim.
Let me answer now.
Got it. Go ahead, baby.
You.
Handle your business.
Thank you. All right. So we still ain't figured that out yet. We still have not figured out how to come to a happy medium because it can be his opinion on one side and then my opinion on the other side. And then, like, okay, so what we going to do?
The OG.
And
get down.
What we figured out is so far, we ain't know if it works yet. But just recently today, we was having a discussion.
Just today.
And we could not come to a happy medium. So what happened was one of us ended up just bending. And when I say bending, that means just, all right, fine, you can have it. I'm not happy with it, but I'm going to just do it because it's what you want. And I'm going to adjust myself and be okay with that.
Yep.
And that is if we can't come to a happy medium. Like if we can't, come to a happy medium. But yeah.
All right. You got it?
I'm done.
Great. Here we go. Maury, where was your very first date?
Her Instagram is Maury, not Maury.
Where was your very first date? Check this out. So,
I remember.
When we became an official couple, which is like a big deal for me, when we became an official couple, it was somebody's birthday. It was Jalil's birthday. One of my groomsmen. Shout out Jalil. It was his birthday, and we were at Chili's, and for some reason, we all got really, really dressed up. And
you better not go to that picture.
No, I'm not about to go to that picture. We all got really dressed up, and that was me and A's official first date, and we took a picture right in front of like this Corvette, and I remember I paid because I felt like, I was doing the thing, and it was, I remember that night. You remember that?
I remember that.
You had the little leopard, was that a leopard dress on? What kind of dress you had on?
It was some kind of orange,
it was tight
streak thing.
It was
tight.
It
had my sides out. That's when I had, the shape and all that. Our first date, unofficial, like we was booze. It was Valentine's Day. It was on Marcus' birthday.
Oh yeah.
We went out to Fridays for Marcus' birthday. Shout out to our cousin Marcus.
Marcus, cousin. Liberate Wakanda.
Liberate Wakanda. But yeah, we went out for that. That was our first date. But we weren't officially together that time.
Here's a good one, babe. Is it difficult to maintain a professional and romantic relationship? And do you ever be mad at each other at rehearsal? And if so, how is that handled? And is it difficult?
Okay, so to answer the first one.
Yeah. Okay. So it's difficult to maintain a professional and romantic relationship. So if y'all don't know, me and Asia do work together as far as Tough Crowd goes. So
not just Tough Crowd, we go to the same church. We work at the same professional job and all that kind of stuff. So if we're answering based on all that, yes,
it can get difficult. The only thing I can say is, I remember one time it was like war. It used to be like war when me and Asia went at it. It was like, don't do that. It was like Team Asia versus Team Reezy. It can get difficult.
Was Team Reezy.
Incorrect. It can get difficult. But I can say on my end, when we working, like as far as Tough Crowd goes, I'm zoned in on that because I'm so passionate about it. So I don't let it outweigh what's really going on, because it's like one of those, I'm going to deal with you when I get to the house. It's like one of those kind of things. So, yes, it can be difficult, and when we were younger, it made rehearsal difficult.
Yeah, because we weren't mature.
We
had to grow into that.
Yeah, because we were always, if we wasn't present, that's
Everybody
because
knew.
We was off in the side talking somewhere.
Everybody knew we was arguing.
And we was arguing, and it just caused a big old thing. Now the vibe is weird, the energy is weird. So it took us a lot of time to mature from that, but we did. So yes, it can be difficult, but we deal with it.
And that was just the first question.
No, I went down to the end.
Oh,
at
okay.
rehearsal. Let me see. Mm.
Make sure we shout out the Instagrams, please. Can we do that, please?
Okay, here's something. I don't know how to pronounce his Instagram, so I'm not going to. But this is Nikki that goes to our church. She's in the soprano section. What do you guys argue about? Because a lot of people see me and Asia and think that we don't argue. So a lot of people want to know, what do we argue about? I'm gonna keep it G. Everything. Me and Asia argue about everything. We are very the same, but very different at the same time. I'm gonna let you go ahead and elaborate, because I'm gonna get mad. I just swear, elaborate though.
I don't. I don't
What do
know.
we
I
argue about?
feel
Don't act like you don't know what we be arguing about.
we argue about stupid stuff.
Explain to her, because they need to know.
You're not finna yell at me. We argue about stuff like this because he think he controlling and he yell at me for stuff that I just
Ooh,
because
don't
I
do
don't
that
know.
for the YouTube.
And then,
Don't be thinking
no,
I
we
just
gonna
be-
do this. We gonna do this. No, but we argue like even though we joking, we argue about stuff like that, and then we argue about like what we gonna eat. That's our biggest thing. Okay, what we gonna eat because he's a man and
Tell
he
them the
wants to eat
serious
like
stuff,
a man.
babe. We argue off of
Okay,
stuff
do it.
like
You do
we
it.
argue off of stuff like
Because you said everything.
no, yeah, you're right.
Okay.
Look, we got to argue right now. See what you started, Nikki Soprano.
Look at you. Look what you
Nikki.
did.
Who said I love you first? I'm going to just go on a limb and say that was me. Let me tell y'all something. From the moment I laid eyes on Asia, August 27, 2012, approximately 1 p.m., this woman of God walked in my theater class, and it was like slow motion. It was like everything stopped, and she just kept going. And I knew. I went home that night and said, Eric, my brother, I'm going to make this little light-skinned girl my girlfriend. Show him the ring, baby. Show him what happened 5 years later. Show him the ring, baby.
Seen the ring.
Yeah, oh yeah. So I believe that was me, because I fell in love as soon as I seen Asia. It didn't take too much of nothing. Shorty had me hooked.
Yeah.
Right? That was the
Not
answer
too much
to that.
longer did I say I love you back. I think I said it right back to him.
Yeah.
I said it right back to him.
Yeah.
He said it first.
I broke the icing. Here's the good one. From Maury. What are your biggest pet peeves about each other? Okay. We going because we have 12 minutes.
I want to go first.
Okay, just make it short though, because
Okay.
we had 12 minutes.
Now, it's a few pet peeves. Okay, no. Okay. We'll edit it. We'll edit the gap. One of them, he drools when he sleeps. He drools when he sleeps. And yeah, that can get a little messy. And then, yeah. That's it. Well, it's more, but I'm not going to go into all that.
Okay, mine is Asia can remind you a lot of times how she's feeling about something, even though you heard her the first 100. So, but my pet peeve is that she'll remind you 100 more times of something that she don't like, as if I don't already know or if I already didn't hear.
Well, it's because you would do it again.
I'm sorry, I didn't interrupt on your part.
Okay. I'll take that.
All right. What's the number one tool used to fix majority of issues?
Who said that question?
I don't know. City of Dreams. I don't know who that is.
Okay, that's my friend Denzel from high school.
Denzel, how you living? I have now the number one tool I would say. You just gotta know your partner. Okay? I have learned to know Asia. I have learned to know when things are about to go left. I have learned to know when to shut up. I have learned, sometimes I still talk afterwards.
Yeah,
but I'm saying, but you know what I'm saying though. I have learned this woman of God, okay? So now I know when to pump the brakes or when to go all gas. You know what I'm saying? So I would say that's my tool. That's what I use. I know her. So I use me knowing her.
Okay, can I see the question again?
Yeah, what's the number one tool used to fix majority of issues?
If we go on like a real serious route, prayer. a whole lot
Now
of
you better
a
talk
whole
about Jesus.
lot of prayer,
Oh,
a whole lot of prayer, because this man of God right here needs a lot of prayer, because he's, as you can see, as y'all can see, he's too much.
next question. So, the last question that we're going to do is Tiana Monet, which was one of my favorite that she put. She put a few, but we're only going to answer this one because we're running out of time. So, what little details have you learned about each other after doing the premarital? We do premarital counseling. Or that you missed or could have known before it. So, we learned that we had different views on what we thought we were supposed to be doing when the marriage actually happened. Let me tell you what I learned in premarital. Okay, you don't come into your marriage and all of the shenanigans with these extra high expectations of stuff that you know or stuff that you've seen. Because, for example, I'll give a small example. I know that my mother is a very, very, very powerful woman, right? And she does a lot of things. But I can't go into the relationship or the marriage thinking that Asia's about to live up to who my mama is. Because Alice is Alice and Asia is Asia. So that was one thing I learned right out the gate. Because say she can never meet that expectation, how am I gonna feel? Am I gonna like force her to? Or am I gonna feel some type of way that she's not acting like my mama? And you feel what I'm saying? So expectations can be a killer. I'm more about motivation and pushing versus expecting stuff from her. You? What did you learn from premarital?
Yep.
What? Tell them from a woman's perspective.
Yep.
Oh, you get on my nerves. I also learned that she get on my nerves. But do you really not have nothing to say though? Okay. But this is 17 minutes. But
We're gonna edit it. It's gonna be shorter.
we thank you guys for tuning in to our channel. We just thank you, man. We 42 days out. We're excited.
Yes.
Anything else you want to tell them, baby?
I love you guys. Thank you all for all of your support. Thank you for believing in us. Thank you for seeking us for your advice and all that. And I want to give glory to God for
Thank you,
allowing
Lord.
us this opportunity to talk to you guys.
Yes.
To share our testimony with all of you. So
Yes.
thank you.
We love y'all.
Thank God.
Be
Amen.
breezy, because you show can't be breezy. Sorry, baby. I had to do it.